Good morning and welcome to Kuala Lumpur International Airport parking stand Charlie 11 sitting outside the Singapore Airlines 737 MAX 8 once again and the Victor Mike Bravo Golf. One of the older MAX 8s. Near the announcement playing in the terminal. Well, yeah, it's quite nice that they added this detail, but of course you wouldn't be hearing it on the apron in real life. So looking good here. I mean, this is actually one of the few Maxes that I've flown in real life. Yeah, this aircraft not too long ago, actually, less than a year ago, I flown this exact airframe, Niner Victor Mike Bravo Golf in real life. So pretty nice to have it simulated in the sim and be able to fly it. So looking good, and we'll be about to board the aircraft to embark on service at 103, the first SQ flight of the day from Kuala Lumpur back to Singapore. Yeah, so aircraft just came in 104, turn around, yeah, back to Singapore. So welcome to the flight deck. Let's get into our seat and get ready for departure here. So J-rail seats, okay, bring it back in. And okay, let's take a look at the operational flight plan here today. So this is going to be Singapore 103. Callsign just Singapore 103 now. Kuala Lumpur International to Changi. Cost takes 30 ground distance 266. So a very short flight today. One of the classic routes SIA flies in the MAX. Wind component 9 knots of headwind, but really so short that it doesn't really matter at all. And NASA deviation plus 17. So Niner Victor Mike Bravo Golf, which is operating this sector today in real life, and also we're at the correct gate on Charlie 11. Level 210 planned for today, which is from what I saw, the actual routing, the actual flight level that they will fly. Flight time is expected to be about 52 minutes. Now this is probably longer than what it would actually take, because this is assuming we fly the T11 Bravo, which when I found the flight plan for this, 20 right, probably runway 20 was the runway mode in use, but currently it seems to be 02. Yeah, it's quite rare in May to have runway 02 in use. But okay, we'll fly runway 02 then if in real life they are doing 02 ops. Because the winds right now are 3404 knots, so it should be favoring 02. So alternate is back to Kuala Lumpur, and the final reserve alternate 2.7 tons of fuel. Routing today is straightforward. Rosewood 1 Delta departure from runway 32 right, and then Rosewood Yankee 51 Top Alpha 464 Rama direct T-Wood. Under the T-Wood 1 Alpha, or now we flight planned this for 20, but of course we're just gonna go Rama then Lalip 3 Bravo arrival. Yeah, just save ourselves some time if we are doing 20 ops. Yeah, so en route we'll see what the actual runway in use is in Singapore. Schedule clock this time 8:55 local time. So it looks like we're actually going to be early for departure, which is great. And the schedule block in is time 1010 local in Singapore. No time difference between Kuala Lumpur and Singapore. Full flight today, 154 passengers aboard today, 0 fuel weight of 63.1 tons. Fuel, I've got 5.8 tons uplifted here. Minimum fuel because really nothing much. There's no need to take on any extra fuel. Good weather, everything. Takeoff weight 68.4 tons and a landing weight of expected to be about 66.5 tons. So max shear value is 1 and top of climb, so basically very calm, nice winds this morning, and critical more of 4,900 feet at Gosmo, which is actually on the Rosewood 1 Delta departure because some terrain to the northeast of Kuala Lumpur Airport now. So weather today, currently Lumpur winds are very calm, 26 degrees, QNH 1011 nosing. Changi Airport 340 degrees, 3 knots, 6,000 visibility. Few clouds 27 degrees, 1012 nosing once again. Yeah. So you can see some thunderstorms in the area in the afternoon, early afternoon. But that doesn't affect our flight. No temps, Lima closure and glide path from runway 32 left out of service for the ILS. So from what I can see, they are actually flying the ILS Yankee approach, because I went to adsvexchange.com and the FMS selected altitude is 3005 for the aircraft on final approach 32 left. So if we do have to go 32 left, we'll plan for the RMP Yankee, but preferred is 32 right because it's a bit closer, and if there's an ILS we can fly there. So Changi Airport, no temps, all of these here are really not relevant for us. The only thing we have to be, well, not really be aware of is that, yeah, just haven't updated the scenery, but Echo 6 is closed, but we're not taking Echo 6. I currently plan aircraft to park at Foxtrot 4-1, which after landing. So yeah, we'll brief the entire thing. Because it's such a short flight, I think that's what they do in real life also. So continuing on, weather-wise, basically good weather. Yeah, some occasional sea breeze up to 340 around the Singapore area, but yeah, it should be good. We'll just avoid visually since it's daytime today, but the radar is not, but yeah, we're able to see outside just nice. So Pakistan currently Charlie 11 over here. Pushback expected to face north Sierra, exit Sierra 7. So let's go ahead and plan the pushback here. So leaving Charlie 11 over here. So something like this will do quite nicely lah. Something like that, and then like this to exit Sierra 7. And then we'll take Sierra 7 Golf Bravo and to the let's see, because actually there's the standard departure routing. So Sierra 7 Golf Alpha, not Bravo, sorry, Alpha, then Alpha 11 holding point runway 32 right. We do have to take full length today, unfortunately, because Performance 2 doesn't have intersection departures available. So if not, we have taken Alpha 9. Most flights, there's no traffic, they'll take Alpha 9 as faster. Save a little bit of time. Okay, so you can see 32 rights. Okay, basically full length. The Alpha 10 is already reduced 3954 already. So yeah, it doesn't say quite here, but it does say on the airport chart over here the runway length is 4019 meters. Yeah, that's measured from this part. I believe so at least. Okay, there's a reason why it's not. It's from Alpha 10. It's not, even though the black part it starts from Alpha 10 for some reason. Yeah, here it's 3954. Yeah, don't really know why, but yeah, we'll take full length. And departure is going to be the Roosbu 1 Delta departure of runway 32 right. So initial climb 326, 1.1 miles, QQ 701, overfly waypoint, then to 702, about 3000, QQ 706, Cosmo, then to Roosbu. Standard, no speed restrictions, nothing, just cover out the restrictions that we have to be aware of. High terrain northeast of airport, that's why they gave the critical Mora for 900 at Cosmo. And above 470, above 3000. Absolutely no issues with the climb performance. Very light today, climb performance will be good, even with climb 2 lah. Yeah, the only threats I can see is that there's a possibility the aircraft will, the flight director doesn't, because the FMC doesn't seem to automatically compute, so we shall see how it goes. I will try to follow flight directors, unless it's giving us nonsense, yeah, but 701 overflight, then 702. MSA 5315, 25 miles airport reference point, which we have put in there, fixed page, some fixed rings put in there, quite nice theory, so 25 miles all around. And the seat looks quite nice as well. 470 above, 3000 above. Yeah, all the way to Cosmo. Yeah, and 701 indeed is showing as, yeah, yeah, it looks like a flyover lah. Okay, so all looking good. We're going to be doing NAB 2 depot departure. This is what they do in real life. Left seat takeoff, initial climb clearance, runway 32 right is going to be 5000 feet. Squawk code 2123 has put it there above, and transponder currently set off. So for the rejected takeoff, below 80 knots check for any master cautions or abnormalities. Above 80 knots rejects only for engine fire, fire warning, aircraft unsafe, unable to fly, or predict future warning. I'll call stop, disconnect auto throttle, close the throttles and simultaneously apply maximum reverse. Manually raise the speed brake lever and apply maximum manual braking. If auto throttle disconnected, speed brake lever is up, max reverse has been applied, maximum braking, and operation of auto brake. You call 100 knots, 80 knots, 60 knots. I will stop the aircraft on the runway, set the parking brake. You'll set flap 40 and inform air traffic control of the rejects. We identify run the checklist, take it from there. So immediate return, since we're departing to the right, okay, we're expected to fly left downwind for runway 32 left ILS, correction 32 right ILS, 32 right slightly preferred runway for 32 left is it's basically 4,000 meters, it's exactly 4,000 actually, so really not much of a difference, but 32 right does have an ILS, it's a bit closer for us, yeah. So we'll prefer 32 right. So localizer has been put in there, 109.1 in the Echo Romeo, it's actually ident already, 1091. Causes 326 set and minimums 300 have been tuned for 32 rights. Victor Kilo Lima, the Kuala Lumpur VOR has been tuned for the missed approach, and which is fairly standard also. So basically come here, the missed approach can climb to 5,500 feet to Ikuri, holding Ikuri inbound, 224 right hand turns, max digital, and holding 6,000 feet, okay, which is above the 53 MSA. Which has actually all been put into route 2, yeah, where we have planned to come in via initial approach 32 right via Ikuri transition. So you go to route 2 legs, you can actually see here. So the first of all is this point, holding 6,000, inbound course 326 left turns, take that 1 minute holding 6,000 above. And after that, if we, after once holding done, everything checked, we can come in via Ikuri, back 4. The approach runway 32 right. Yeah, this holding here is the missed approach holding for not you, but this guy here, this one over here. Okay, well then we can come in for another approach. Yeah, just nice lah. Okay, we do also have the RMP Yankee chart over here pinned. Okay, this is the one they are flying for 32 left lah, which is the one that, well, this aircraft would have flown coming in to the aircraft. Yeah, airport 530 LF, VNF minimums, and this one all visibility all perfectly fine because weather conditions are now good, so both are fine. So everything here all briefed. Below max landing weight, well below. Actually, yeah, we are well below. 69.3 is the max landing weight. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so basically we're perfectly fine. So let's take a look here at the rest of the flight because we do want to have the entire thing briefed. Let's go with route 1 legs. So after, oops, that's not really what I intended to do, okay, well we can do that anyway. Time check, current time 3:05, so 20 minutes prior to departure. That's still quite good. Okay, you can load that. I mean, it's going to be exactly the same I already requested beforehand already, yeah. Oh. Did it change? Okay, if it changed, yeah, whatever. Okay, anyway, let's go back to plan here. That's what we're meant to be on. Okay, continue on to from Roosevelt. It's going to be the Topper Alpha 46 for Arama. This is currently loaded T-Boon 1 Alpha arrival. So by T-Boon, max 250, correction, at 250 Vempo 220 at 220 10,000 and above. Ibasu, Vexel, Semco 190. And I put in 5,000 here. The restriction is actually 4,000 and above. 5,000 will give us a nice descent CDA. Yeah. Onto runway 20, correction, 02 left. And then via Pipa, 3,500 above. Anoma, 3,500 above. Akipo, 2,500 above. Atnik, 1,005 exactly. Then to runway 02 left. So this is the one that we are expecting to fly. You can see here T-Boon 1 Alpha arrival, yeah, the restrictions, everything there. And then after that, India Charlie Whiskey 02 left. Rooms 222, course 109, courses 023, and frequency 109, 110.9er. We'll tune the missed approach Papa uniform, yeah, so 1151 now. Missed approach straightforward, climb to 1,000, then turn left 4,000, heading 335 outbound Papa uniform, radio 356 to Akoma. And hold this by ATC. Basically come here 335, then outbound to Akoma. And Akoma, so basically come here to intercept this one. So once you intercept, after that inbound to Akoma. Akoma inbound 176 left hand turns, max 220, holding 4,000 feet. Yeah. Straightforward, we would be very familiar with this. I've been flying this all of last year basically, yeah. We were expecting right 20 right, interestingly, now changed to 02. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's the entire routing. Expected to take Foxtrot 4-1 for the arrival. So if we actually do take a look at the chart, where's the parking stands made? Yeah. Big A Whiskey 5 turn right whiskey. Then come down here. Now, there is something a little interesting no temps wise, which is that okay, hopefully I do remember to put it up. Okay, if I don't remember to put it up, basically the no temps were reading junction of Whiskey and Whiskey 9er closed, yeah. For the Changi Airport no temps, yeah, Singapore Changi Airport temporary closure at taxi Whiskey 9er junction of Whiskey 9er Whiskey and Romeo. So this junction here, Whiskey 9er Whiskey and Romeo, Whiskey 9er Whiskey and Romeo. So, well, it's not that difficult to avoid this. We will simply just take a little different of a routing. Yeah, so we will just do Victor 9er, then Victor, then yeah, Romeo. Yeah, straightforward. Yeah, I'm actually not too sure. I'm pretty certain this junction is indeed closed. Yeah, but so Whiskey, Victor 9er, Victor, Romeo, and then Romeo 7, parking stand Foxtrot 4-1. Yeah, straightforward and all good. Okay, so far everything looking fine. Yeah, and we are actually pretty much ready to go already lah. So the entire route has been briefed from pushback to sit, pushback, taxi out, sit, yo sit, immediate return, ready to take off, the cruise, arrival, approach, missed approach, and taxi in. Okay, all brief for the entire flight, yeah. Short flight expected probably with the shortcuts, if we don't fly T1 Bravo, probably about 45 minutes of flight time, yeah. Alright, so we can go back to 10 here. Yes, stay at 20 with the VSD on, hydraulics looking good. Yeah, let's actually get the APU started up already lah, since we are ready for departure shortly. So APU can be spooled up here. And this thing keeps going to, yeah, 0. Okay, to be honest, I'm not sure exactly. I mean, the SOP that I learned was set this to the airport departure airport elevation, which is, and you round it up because you want the cabin pressure to be lower than the outside pressure for door opening. Yeah, so round it up. Yeah, even though it probably doesn't matter at all, but it's just round it up. To, yeah. So airport elevation 69 feet at Lumpur here, so round it up slightly. Okay, door can come shut, and we can actually, no controllers online is expected. This odd hours of the day. This one can come on. Let's go ahead and do the pre-flight checklist. So, pre-flight checklist. Okay, do the transient one. So navigation transfer display switches, normal auto, window heat on, pressurization mode selector, auto set for flight level 210, planishments, heading 056, QNH 1012, set once, twice, 3 times, and the parking correction altitude indicating 808080, checked, parking brake set, engine start levers cut off, pre-flight checklist complete. Alright, let's discuss the takeoff performance now. So takeoff performance, okay, yeah, just now we're doing the landing. So Lumpur 32 right, conditions dry, 0 wind, 26 degrees, QNH 1012. Takeoff 2, flap 5, air conditioning on, anti-ice off. Takeoff weight 68.7 tons. 44448, sector temperature 39, and the trim 6.55. This one's 78.6. You'll disagree with the one over here lah, because our APU bleed. Yeah, it's currently taking it as the pegs are off. Yeah, but once we do the bus transfer, take the fuel pumps on, center fuel, nothing here. Yeah, let's take the bleed on. Once the bleed comes on, you can see it goes to 77.1%. That's fine. Okay, 6.55 trim set ready. Landing into Singapore. Okay, currently planned for 20 right. I mean, there's absolutely no difference. Yeah, this is actually conservative because 20 right, and we have a tailwind here. 27, 1012 also. Flap 30, air conditioning on, DI soft, auto brake 2, and all in op for reverser. That means we can do either reverser, but we use reverser. This outside of the curfew timing, non normal condition. 66.8 tons, a little heavier than we expected to come in. We expected to come in about 66 point. Yeah, actually slightly under this weight, depending on the shortcuts that are on our routes. Yeah. So this is gonna give us 2388. Now this is longer than what actually is gonna take now, because we're gonna vacate Whiskey 5 if we're taking runway 02 left, and Whiskey 7 if we're taking 20 right. So should be just fine. Yeah. Before the break 2. Right, so let's go back to here and take this. This would be useful. Air conditioning, yeah, there's the dual bleed light. It's fine, associated. So we can go and actually pull the power ready. Let's get ready for departure. Ground support. I have done the bus transfer, parking brake is set, so you can go ahead and disconnect these guys. Set. There you go. Alright. Alright, let's do the passenger briefing, and we can go ahead and yeah. Do the passenger briefing. Don't jetway is disconnecting. Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to you. Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines Flight 103 service from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. With me on the flight deck is Senior First Officer, blah blah blah, and looking after you in the cabin is Flight Manager, blah blah blah. We have a flight time today of just about 45 minutes, cruising at 21,000 feet, departing to the north and turning right to track southeasterly along the coast of Peninsular Malaysia, towards to Singapore, where we are currently expecting to arrive from the south due to prevailing northerly winds in Singapore. Weather conditions en route are expected to be perfectly fine and clear, with almost no turbulence at all, but we do advise you to keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated for your own safety. We're in Singapore at the moment, 7 degrees on the ground, with visibility about 6 kilometers and some few scattered clouds in the area. We do hope you enjoy the in-flight service on board, even though it's a very short flight, and if you do wish to monitor the progress of the flight, you can do so via the in-flight entertainment system Flightpath channel. Thank you very much for your attention, and we wish you a very pleasant flight. Okay, so then the crew will make the announcement, blah blah. Please welcome passengers, Star Alliance, blah 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 blah. Code-share partners, blah blah blah. Alright, doors closed, everything actually quite ready. Let's do and push before start checklist down to anti-collision. Before start checklist, EFP airplane mode, papers, logbooks on board, doors closed, flight deck door locked. Fuel, we've got 5-7 900 on board, 5-6 minimum checked. Fuel pumps, forerun, crossfeed closed, passenger signs on, windows locked, MCP V2 148, heading 326, altitude 5,000 feet. Takeoff speeds V1 144, VR 144, V2 148. And we've checked it set. CD pre-flight is complete. Rudder aileron trim. Free and 0. Taxi takeoff briefing complete, holding at anti-collision. Alright, let's get the tug connected. And we can prepare for departure.
Cockpit to ground.
Alright, so no ATC, and the area behind the aircraft is all clear. Yeah, so we're gonna pushing back basically over here and taxi out CR7. Yeah, okay, all looking good. So yeah, looking quite nice over here. Duck is connecting. Yeah. Looking very nice. Announcement playing the terminal actually, and it's quite realistic because, well, that's kind of how it sounds like. Yeah, the terminal. So do you watch this? Normally don't get to see this view.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
So there you go.
For pushback.
Alright, back into the flight deck, and we can say we got our pushback clearance. Anti-collision light on. They have the lock-up pin, so system A pumps can remain on. And let's go ahead and Start push.
Cockpit to ground.
So yeah, already on
Go
Charlie.
ahead.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking
Brakes
brakes are
released.
released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the
Board
sequence.
traffic, Singapore 103, pushback parking stand, Charlie 11 to exit 07. Input traffic. Right, off block, very good, today very early, yeah, 7 minutes early. I mean, that's not really that early, but yeah, it's not unrealistically early as well. Actually, it is unrealistic early for a full flight, yeah. But not too bad, not too bad. So cabin crew will be arming doors, cross-checking now and playing the safety video while we go ahead and get the engine started. So let's say ground crew says, okay, clear to start engine, start sequence will be 2 then 1, starts number 2. And 2. We're doing isolated back start today, yeah, since it's, yeah, motoring, and 1. Relatively warm and, just to change things up a little. Of course, if it was a turnaround, I mean, I started cold and dark, but if it was a turnaround, the EGTs wouldn't be anywhere near here. They'd be like, I expect them to be about 300 plus, yeah. But in the iFly, I think the EGTs drop a little too fast, yeah, for the cooldown. Like once you shut down, it drops to 200s very fast, yeah. Okay, so fuel flow, oil pressure, and we have EGT rise. So 63% N2 on the max. We have the start switch tripping back to off. I think in real life SQ has auto ignition, but the iFly doesn't have this option at the moment. And shortly after, started cutout. 1 to 2.
Okay, pushback completed.
Okay, push complete.
Please set your parking brake.
Alright, brake
Ground.
set.
You may disconnect.
Disconnect shows hand signal up front. Thank you very much for
Okay,
push.
sir.
See you next
Clear
time.
to
Bye bye.
disconnect.
Too stable. Start number 1. And we can isolate the right pack. Isolate ventilating. That's what they call it, right? Yeah. N2. N1. Motoring. So let's say, yeah, the guy will be walking away with the pin. They will see the tow bar. I mean, okay, this one is lifting, but yeah, I think actually I'm not too sure. Yeah, whether Lumpur uses lift or tow bar. Oil pressure. So valves, engine valves, and this is the what, swing spar valve? No, yeah, spar valve now. Yeah. We have fuel flow in EGT. So let's say showing us the hand signal up front. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye. Yeah, wave at them. Area to the left 07 is clear. Yeah, taxi routing right onto Golf. Yeah, all looking good. So the NG is 56%, start switch moves, and here 63. Starter cutoff, monitor 1. Alright, 1 stable after start. Flows. Okay, this should have been on also, that's my bad. Yeah, if not, no high-V galley power. Flight control check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. And neutral. And the rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Those are flight controls checked. Alright, before taxi checklist. Generators on, probe heats on, anti-ice off, hydraulic system switches on, isolation valve auto, engine start switches continuous, recall, checked. Auto brake RTO, engine start levers, idle detent, flight controls, track transponder reporting off ground equipment, right clear, left clear, ready to fund taxi. Put traffic Singapore 103, taxi holding point runway 32 right via 07 Golf Alpha, Alpha 11 holding point 32 right, local traffic. Okay, brakes release, breakaway truss. Yeah, so just a little bit lah, yeah, not too much here. Go idle already, because yeah, aircraft likes to accelerate. Especially today we are very light, yeah, so we will be accelerating quite a bit. So left onto Sierra 7 and then right onto Golf. So Sierra 7 confirmed, right Golf confirmed. Taxi today is not too short, yeah, but yeah, the crew will be ready lah. Okay, left side looks clear, don't see any traffic. Right side clear as well, very good. So 12 knots will apply a little bit of braking to keep it down to 10 for the turn. Alright, turning around to Golf. Quite a bit of haze here. I mean, yeah, morning haze here in Kuala Lumpur. Was it mist? Yeah, don't really know. Right, so now Golf all the way, just basically all the way down. Yeah, don't enter the rapid exit taxiway, but it's kind of hard to do that, so we just go all the way down. Aircraft is accelerating nicely, so no need to add any thrust. Yeah, so looking good. Now this is the satellite terminal here, terminal 1. Yeah. Normally the international guys park here now, yeah. Then the domestic MH, yeah, ops, they will be over there at the main concourse. Yeah. Actually not too sure what it's called. Yeah. Yeah. Quite just a few days ago we were at KLI 2, yeah, departing out of over to Bengaluru in the Malaysia Airbus 320. So yeah, pretty nice. Right, this is Bravo. We want the next one, which is Alpha, which is this one over here. That's our rapid exit taxiway Alpha 9er. Speed 19 knots, that's fine. Yeah, but you can see definitely accelerating quite fast today because we are lights. And already coming up to 4 minutes. So good. Okay, Alpha is confirmed. Left side is clear. And the right side is clear as well. Okay, 10 knots for the turn. Okay, just let it accelerate. Yeah, see, basically no thrust and it's already accelerating very nicely. Right, any changes to departure briefing? Non-standard. Route 1 Delta departure, left seat takeoff, NADP 2, 1005 acceleration reduction. Overflight waypoint, kilo 701, kilo 702, about 3000, 706 Cosmo route spook. MSA 53 within 25 nautical miles, engine failure handling select 326, initial climb clearance 5000, if engine failure climb to 6000, holding inbound course 326 left and thirds. And then after that, via Iguri for the ILS 3 right. Courses set 326 India Go Romeo, and frequencies set everything set.
Facing east.
Okay, good. Okay, this is Alpha 9. We want the next one. This is the one that we could have gone if we had the data, but we don't, so that's fine. That's the before takeoff checklist. Flaps 5 green light step trip. We have 6.5 units set before takeoff checklist complete. departure, I mean, this would be cool if it's, you know, I mean, I guess it's realistic, but yeah, the NG, you don't normally go above 6, yeah. Normally I'm expecting something like about 6 units, yeah. But here it's quite common to go 6.57. That seems to be the standard, the max. Okay, Alpha 10 confirm, Alpha 11 next waypoints. I mean, not next taxiway. Right side looks clear, left side clear, approach side. Visibility is not the best, but it looks pretty clear as well. Don't see any traffic. So let's say we given line up clearance. Traffic Singapore 103, line up runway 32 right via Alpha 11 for departure. For traffic. So apply a bit of braking here. Turn. Alright, go lights. Okay, 32 right, Alpha 11 is confirmed. Cabin crew to your takeoff stations, please, thank you. Transponder TRA. Lights on, before takeoff checklist complete. So right clear, left clear, and let's do rolling takeoff. Traffic Singapore 3, correction 103, takeoff runway 32.
Approaching.
Right.
3,
Let's pull 1
2,
Delta departure.
right.
Okay, set 40%.
On runway.
Stabilized
3, 2,
and take
right.
off. Draw set. Knots checked.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rates, you're up. N1 bit of speed on F. Interesting, and the thrust suddenly went up, yeah. Okay, looks like flight characters are computing quite nicely and will be way above 470 for that Kilgo 701 restriction, so that's good. Acceleration coming up here. There you go. Trim forward for the flight directors for the right turn. A bit of gust here. Let's go flaps 1. And flaps up. Pitching a bit below flight directors to give us nice acceleration up to the climb speed 250. Bit turbulent, but that's fine. Okay, 2000 to go. Let's say Lumpur clears us up to let's say 8,000 for now, 8,000. Go command. Okay, command A and shading. Okay, just a bit of turbulence. Yeah, the passengers will be like, what? Lie to us, say no turbulence. Okay, up to takeoff checklist, engine bleeds on, backs auto, landing gear up, and flaps up and lights up to takeoff checklist complete.
Yes, we believe it. Look who we are. We are the dreamers. We make it happen. 'Cause we can see it. Yes, to the ones that keep the passion. Respect. Oh yeah. Yes, to the ones that can imagine. Respect. Oh yeah.
Anyway, approaching 10,000. So match heading, and then we have 10,000 feet. Now, so lights. And the weather up ahead, how's the turbulence? She looks pretty good, overall looks pretty good, so we can take the belts auto. And maybe they need to do their service faster, so reset these two. Of course, safety consideration most important, but yeah. If you keep this above still on the climb here, copy, fix pages, you can delete this one. We do have the 02 left fix pages there already. And passing 1000, set standard, 1 stars 3 times, passing now flight level 111 now. Checked. Right, looking good, and yeah, we will be nicely on our climb to 210. Should give ourselves some directs. Actually, not really much direct to give. Maybe you can at most direct top ball. Yeah, I think direct top ball is reasonable. That seems to be something that they do like to give. So let's go ahead direct top ball. Really not much of a difference. Yeah, LNAV. Right, so I'm going to be relatively uneventful. We will see you for the approach and arrival into Singapore shortly. So, see you then. Welcome back to the flight deck. So currently descending, passing level 110 now. Okay, so altimeter is passing 1,000 feet, precision 1,000 and 110. 1013 set 1 stars 3 times, and now passing 11, precision 108. Now let's check. Got to check this is complete. Look at your radar vectors. The reason why is because, well, there's absolutely no there's no point climb over runway, and also it's not unrealistic sometimes when conditions are good. They do give track shortening like that in the form of other directs and radar vectors. So some vectors here. So let's say further reduced to 220 by the controller. Seems reasonable. Slowing down now, passing 10,000 feet now. Lights, passing belts already on. So arrival is as we briefed earlier. it's gonna be 02 left, so I've changed the formants up. Not you. You, yeah. So 02 left, currently variable 2 knots to 9 degrees, 1013. So rest all stay the same, 2368. That's fine. You're gonna be able to, in my experience, vacate quite nicely. So T1 Alpha, we have programmed, but we're flying radar vectors. So currently passing 9,800 feet, so down 220, and we just beep pass soon. Some kind of common vexel. So all fine. Samco will fly the rough speed restrictions. So coming up to Samco, we have to slow down as well. So let's say descend further down to 4,000 now for the controller. So let's go 4,000 here set. Very good, very good. And let's say further left now, heading of 090, heading 090. So it's going to be then the 02 left Charlie Whiskey Alice runway 02 left approach. We are bound and coming in all as we briefed earlier on. Maneuvers 222 course 0231109 set the Charlie. Ignore your ident, but they're looking pretty good here. 222, 023 and 101. Correction 110 decimal under set 151 for the Papa uniform approach. Let's put it there ready. And backup 1083 402 center has been set. So this approach straight standard time 1000 left turn 4000 for heading 335 above Papa uniform radio 356 to Akoma, inbound course 176 left hand turns holding 4000 max 230. A bit laggy coming to Singapore unfortunately, but that's just fine. Okay, hopefully that does. And Akoma inbound 176 left hand 1 minute 220 below 4000 above. Yeah, max 220. Okay. 230 was fine. Boom. Okay, looking very good here. Not yet, let's say not yet clear approach yet, but cabin crew to landing stations. Cabin crew to landing stations, please, thank you. The Charlie Whiskey ident already, very good. So straightforward as before. We'll vacate Whiskey 5, turn left with turn right Whiskey. To taxi Whiskey Victor 9. Oh, okay, current arrival bay has changed to Foxtrot 56. No issues there. Unfortunately, iCargo is not working that well today. Not sure exactly why, because I can't. There's some bug. This last I checked, it wasn't quite. Okay, right, I can check again now. Let's see what it says. So let's say flaps 1 and slow down to speed 190 for the controller. This bug our 1 speeder, which is 189. We already have localizer glide slope indicating. Okay, here also do have it. Yeah, it's not indicating very well, so we will do Foxtrot 56 right. And Foxtrot 56 right. Not sure whether the aircraft is going left or right, but yeah, it seems to be fine. Okay, looking just fine. Slowing down quite nicely now. And let's say the controller says on present heading, you are cleared the approach runway 02 left, so warlock. Present heading clear approach, check is complete. Cabin is already secure for landing, seated. So these guys can go away, some also can go away. 189 and trimming quite nicely. Looking good.
Traffic, Marina 344 heavy takeoff runway 30.
Singapore traffic, Singapore 103, turning left now to intercept the localizer, runway 02 to the left, approximately 17 track miles to touchdown, Singapore traffic. Warlock, and go approach ready. Yeah. Speed warlock glide slope, bang on the thing, quite nice if I say so myself. This approach 1000 feet has already been set. And shading as well here, 023. Checked. So 180, speed control 180 by 8 after 150 4 mile final. Where does it show? Yeah, there you go. So VREF 130 today is 144, yeah, with our landing weight 67 tons. So a bit heavier than expected, but no issues. Yeah. So that means the 5-mile fun doesn't really affect us, but yeah, it's fine. Yeah. So coming in about 10 miles, I'll go flap 5, and then that should nicely slow us down to 180.8. Now then go gear down flap 15, maintain 149er all the way. Yeah, 150, 149er, no difference. Okay, 023, Mr. Project 2, set single channel glide, so everything all good. Alright, okay, fantastic. If I say so myself. Quite nicely flown CD here, I have to say. I started to descend a little early, yeah. Well, it's not difficult to factor once you know roughly how much altitude the aircraft will lose. So that's the city right there behind. Visibility is 8 kilometers today. I'm not sure whether this is very representative of 8 kilometers, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Showers the area. We're going to pass through a bit of a shower here, but no issues. Nothing we can do is on the final approach here. So you heard the Korean Airbus, yeah, the 744 just taking off, yeah. So yeah, he's off to Incheon, 744, probably unprepared, because I don't think this is a good 744 unless you're flying some sort of one, but yeah, probably unprepared. And yeah, otherwise not much traffic in the area. Okay, very good. Yeah, I can actually enjoy some nice views over here of the
Singapore traffic, Korean 344 heavy, airborne 2000, success rate, air runway 0, success rate.
So some nice clouds in the area. Looking pretty good. If I mean, the water reflection's not looking that great because yeah, it just doesn't look like that. It's too glassy. Okay, 10 miles. Let's go flap 5. Let's bring the speed down. Entering a bit of rain. 10:28, absolutely no need for MTIs. Bit of an updraft here, you can see. Yeah, that was a bit unexpected. Otherwise, I think it would be fine. 180 by 8. But yeah, 10 knots fast. Yeah, not really an issue. Gear down. Flap 15. Let's go flap 10 first.
2500.
Checked. Not yet cleared to land. Up the speed brakes. Flap 15. Back the 15 speed here. Go ahead and go flap 30. So 149ers at rear plus 5. Landing checklist, engine start switches, continuous speed brake, up green light landing gear down 3, and flaps 30, green light landing checklist complete. Okay, cabin seated for landing already. For traffic, Singapore 103, short final runway 02 left, Singapore traffic. So 10, yeah, that's fine. Checklist complete. Runway is not yet quite in sight. I don't expect it to come in sight shortly, or rather we'll see the approach lights come in sight shortly at SFL. Actually you can see it there already, yeah. Let's go ahead and should we disconnect? Okay, maybe we'll take one last view at the Marina Bay. Yeah, not often get to see it, and soon we won't be getting to see it. Oh, nice little rainbow over here. I'm not sure it's very realistic because yeah, the bow angle is supposed to be 42 and the rainbow is so low, right? Yeah, I'm not quite sure it's that realistic, but actually yeah, it might be realistic, yeah, low rainbow. Okay, a bit of a lag here. Unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, scenery is loading in. So let's go ahead and disconnect and head fly the aircraft down. Flight director on the bottom off or the throttle off.
1000.
Checked, stabilized.
Approaching 02 left.
Checked. Not sure if this is a shower ahead. Yeah, actually there's no weather radar to check, but yeah, then it's like some wall of stuff.
500.
ahead. Checked.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Visual landing.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, bit of a long landing, that's fine. Speed break up. Reverse normal. Knots, 80 knots, 60 knots. Able to make Whiskey 5 quite nicely. I think 50 knots or something, that's the maximum design ramp exit taxiway speed. So this is perfectly fine. We don't need to slow down for our right turn onto Whiskey. Still reverses.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you and awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain, listening to you heart pump out some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah blah blah. Oh, how I wish you'll wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love. At least just let me say that when I talk to you, oh Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start. What's a girl to do, lying on my bed staring into the blue? Unrequited, terrifying love is driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest, I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, oh Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start. Confess I loved you, just thinking of you. I know I've loved you from the start.
10 knots for this. Start the 3-minute timer for single engine taxi. For traffic, Singapore 103 runway vacated at Whiskey 5 taxi Whiskey Victor 9er Victor Romeo 7 Parkinston Foxtrot 56 right, Singapore traffic. Alright, so let the aircraft accelerate as we do the cleanup here. Okay, I forgot to turn that on, but that should have been on, of course, for our landing clearance. But then, well, yeah, we cleared ourselves to land, okay, so it's not that big of an issue. Let's go ahead and go 3-1 here. Bring this back to 100. You can go back to 20. Transponder back to above. Weather radar was never on in the first place. Barrel means reset, and clean up here. So 4 units on trip. And that's about 4 units on trip. Okay, we actually want this guy to go up. That's what we want. 4 units, yeah, basically 4 units. Wow, that ain't good. How does that even happen? Yeah, there's no control input. But okay. Okay, max 30 knots, then we'll slow down back to 10 knots. Yeah. I'm actually seriously considering not doing single engine taxi because of the bad dynamics, but yeah, we'll do so anyway. Okay. We do not need to start APU for single engine taxi here at the 7.3, so we will not do so. Ignoring the bus that's coming up. That's Whiskey 7. So we're going all the way down to Victor 9er. Victor 9er is the one past this, yeah. The first one on the left. Yeah, well, after this, so this one over here. So this is the A15 to 21 pier area. So let's start slowing down already actually. Coming up in 3 minutes or so. Okay, we'll slow down, then we'll make the turn. Okay, you know what, we'll slow down. Then once we're down at the 10 knots, I'll shut down number 2. Okay, shut down number 2. Okay, Victor 9er checked, right side Whiskey 8 is clear. So this is the junction that's supposedly closed, yeah. Not sure what it quite looks like in real life, yeah. It is closed according to no temps. So Whiskey 9er, then Victor, which is this one here, on our right. So look at how much the speed actually decreases, yeah, with single engine taxi. That's why normally I don't do that, but okay, we'll do it procedural. Procedurally, we should be doing single engine taxi, so we'll do so. So now Romeo is clear on the left, and this is Victor 9er, correction, Whiskey 9er clear as well. So max 20 knots here on the South Cross taxiways. We'll definitely need a bit of a slight bit of speed to get up that bump over there, that hump. So keep this thrust setting, that should be just fine. 20 knots. So I can go back to the normal mode as well. increasing a bit of thrust because look at how much we're losing speed. Yeah, in real life it's not so abrupt. Yeah. It's a much more benign slope. But I think this is, of all the renditions, yeah, it's between this and Imagine there's no slope. Yeah, but this is some sort of slope. The cloud observation one is the worst now because yeah, that one's just way too ridiculous. Okay, gonna go idle thrust here. Left Romeo 7. So on the right side, that would be, yeah, that's still Romeo 7. Yeah, so Romeo 7 is clear. So Foxtrot 56 right. That's gonna be our parking stand for today. Okay, let's start slowing down now for this turn. Also do not exceed 20 knots. Alright, Romeo 7 checked. Okay, I'll go up to about 15 knots here. So this is the VIP stands, yeah. Well, these are the VIP stands, yeah. This one in particular is quite interesting because normally it's used as a commercial stand, but then sometimes, yeah, I mean, if you've been here in real life, you notice that the jetway looks quite different. Yeah, there's some, it looks much more fancy. That's because, well, yeah, it's connected to the jet key terminal. There's just some VIPs can come in. I think 16 knots is a little fast, but I think it's still fine. Let's go ahead and start APU. Foxtrot 60, then it's 58 left right, then sorry 59 left right, then 58, then 56 left right, yeah. If I remember correctly. Yeah, 56 left and right. Coming up, looking pretty good. That's 56 left. And 56 right. Alright, very nice. So let's go ahead and go lights off. And turn the aircraft in. Wow, why is it not turning? Okay, there you go. Looks like a bit of thrust. This will be quite highly unrealistic now, because it doesn't lose that much speed in a turn. Let's try and stop nicely on the thing. Okay, if we can find the marking, of course. Okay, parking brake set, and let's get shipping to off. We have 2 blue, 1 red engines dead. What? No. Cabin crew, doors to disarm and cross check. Yeah, they turned it on, turned the thing to run instead, which is not what we wanted to do. So these can come off. So go to this. There should be, yeah, there should be air conditioning and all that. So yeah. Okay, below 20%, anti-collision goes off. Electric hydraulic pumps can come off as well. Transponder can go to 2000 standby. Weather radar is off already. Yeah, should have been off long ago. Right, shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps. Off 1 on for the APU. Passenger signs off. Propete. Auto hydraulic panel set. Anti-collision light off. Flaps up. No lights. Parking brake set. Engine start levers cut off. Weather radar off. Shutdown checklist complete. Alright, looking pretty good actually. Let's get some ground servicing here. Ground support, set the chocks. Actually, you know what? Yeah, this one don't. Yeah, it looks nicer without those. Because the GPU is too big. Connect the jetway. And about 10 minutes from vacating to here. That's not too bad, I think. The jetway should be connecting. Yeah, so. Well, one of the reasons why I chose 5.6 right was to you could say test, you could say, yeah, just to see that, well, the mask does work quite nicely, yeah. So this is something I've spent quite some time experimenting with to achieve. So basically, any stand you choose here, if you choose here, this will connect. You choose here, this one will connect to you. If you choose here, this one will connect, yeah. Which as of now, I don't know, but as of when I implemented it, I'm pretty certain it was the only MSFS senior to have it right, yeah. To have the mask connect nicely. And also you see this thing looks a bit weird. Well, that's because the time model's Genway model isn't long enough. I had to instance it. Yeah, I had to instance this bit, and this thing is attached to it, yeah. And I can't just like steal his model and remodel it, so it's just an instancing of it, yeah. But overall, I think, yeah, it looks actually pretty nice here on the ground. Under Victor Mike Bravo Golf. So next sector you'll be operating. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, normally iCargo will tell you, but today iCargo is acting up, so can't quite tell you which the next sector will be. But nonetheless, I think it looks pretty good. Aircraft nicely on the ground here. Foxtrot 5.6 right. Yeah, I mean, if you had the departure board, you could just see who's at Foxtrot 5.6 and guess. Yeah, because normally the two aircraft don't depart exactly the same time. Yeah. Well, if they are, then well, that's harder to guess. But yeah, if they're not, then you can kind of guess which one it will be. So yeah, quite a nice, enjoyable, short sector today from Lumpur to Singapore. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.